Hey, this is Micah back in the maintenance department, and we want to go over just some information regarding disc brake inspections. If you've seen some of the literature that we've posted on our maintenance website and through the M1 app, you've seen kind of how to inspect disc brakes. We went over at Safety Saturday last year as well. If you were not able to make that, you might not have gotten the full information. So we wanted to actually take a tire and wheel assembly off so that we can get a first-hand look of why we're asking our drivers to feel right for the measurement on their disc brakes per the Bendix recommendation. But we want to show you here with some real-life examples of how this works and what you're feeling for. So to start off, obviously we took the retaining clip off so that you can kind of see better. If we had a new set of pads, they have 7/8 inch measurement from the factory. This is what we would have virtually. Now, you know, with your brakes obviously engaged, your tappets would be making contact with the back of the pad. We're going to assume that this setup, that the brakes or the tappets are touching the back of the pad. So as you can see, there's a notch right here. So if you go straight on the caliper, there's a notch on the caliper, and then you have your carrier right here. There's another notch right here, as you can see. So with brand new pads, our notch is going to be right here. Okay, so we're going to do N for new. All right, so now we're going to take these new ones out, and we're going to watch as our caliper notch moves closer to the carrier notch, and this is what we're going to be checking for whenever we're doing our inspection. So we're going to pull these new pads out, and we're going to put some pads in that have roughly half wear. Okay, once again, we're going to assume that the tappets are making contact with the back of the pad. So now you can see we've moved from this mark, so now we are right about here, as you can see. So if you're feeling, we're not even, but we're pretty close. So we're going to say this is half, H for half, maybe a little bit less than half. All right, so DOT pull point on our disc brakes is going to be roughly 1/8 of an inch. So these pads are a little bit above 1/8 of an inch. And what you're looking for too is, you know, one of the, I guess, recommended practices is if the actual clip and the pad are even. That's a good indication that we need to replace this pad. We don't need to replace the pad. It's great to get good wear out of stuff. We don't need to replace the pad when there's absolutely no pad on it, right? That's not what we're looking for. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in once again, and we're going to test and see where our measurement is. So one pad, two pads, snug, and as you can see, we are completely even. So if you're feeling and you're coming in and you're feeling, come straight back up to the carrier, these are even. So this we're going to do as R for replacement. One thing else I want to show you is, you know, I said we don't want to wait until a pad gets to no pad left, you know. Not only is this a DOT violation, it's extremely unsafe. So we're going to actually show with a decent pad. We'll say this pad right here that has, you know, at our pull point, we're going to put it on the inside. We're going to put our no pad on the outside. We're going to move, assume that the tappets are making contact. It is overextended now. So you can see, instead of the caliper notch making contact, or lining up, I'm sorry, not making contact, lining up with the carrier notch, it is actually now overextended. When this happens, this pad is going to rub. You're going to have metal to metal. You have to replace the pad, you have to replace the caliper, you have to replace the rotor, you have to pull it all down. It's extremely expensive repair. So what we're asking is, when you're doing your pre-trips, When you come in here and you're gonna be feeling for this notch right here. You go straight back towards the caliper carrier, and you're gonna feel for that notch. So if it's right here, you're good. If we're right here, you're good. If you're getting close to even, let's be safe and let's get that thing checked. Take it to a service provider, get the wheels pulled off, let's get it checked and let's get it addressed before it becomes an issue to where we can't fix it and we have to replace everything. Once again, thank you for your commitment to safety. If you have any questions, get with the maintenance team.